Disney Vibes Podcast, talking insider tips, tricks, and pixie dust. For the most magical place on Earth, here's Andrew and Heather.
Back and better. This is episode 70 of Disney Vibes, brought to you by Magical Destinations Travel. You like us, our content, our show, please show your support by booking your next vacation wherever that trip may take you. All across the world, Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise, Universal, Cruise Lines, bookmdtravel.com. Costs you absolutely nothing. We greatly appreciate your support. And of course, we love that you can download the Disney Vibes podcast wherever you get your podcasts from. Please provide feedback and a rating. Hit that iTunes or Amazon, iHeart, wherever you're getting from, and leave a great 5-star review. And we do appreciate you doing that as well. Okay, do you have a fun fact, Heather? Good morning. It's been a little while with our vacations, which we're going to recap. But
yes. Yes, I do have a fun fact. And yes, it's been a while, but I think that we're going to take the time and go over all the things here. So yesterday was 9/11, and when that happened back in 2001, Disney World was evacuated in just 30 minutes, taking precautionary.
Yeah, of course.
And then they worked through the entire night to erect a 4th of July type decorations throughout the park. So the next time it would reopen, it would be with like an air of national solidarity. Yeah. So I thought that was very interesting and nice and great because Disney does, all those things.
Agreed. And I will say I saw some quote on a social somewhere. It says, never forget 9/11, but never forget how you act on 9/12 for this country.
Oh, true story.
And I think that is resonating in many factors right now.
Mm-hmm.
So here's a fun fact regarding Disney. To help convince Robin Williams to star in Aladdin, the animators animated one of his stand-up routines as delivered by the genie himself. How awesome is that?
You know what? God bless him. He's very much missed.
Of course. Yeah.
He is missed.
Super talented.
Super unfortunate that he had his own battles. So a little PSA, make sure you take care of yourself. Lots of support out there for any of those who struggle with mental illness.
Absolutely. All right, so here's what's happening. Big news has come out. The first thing I want to touch upon is about Tron and Tron Light Cycle Run. Mm-hmm. The standby queue has now officially been launched at Tron Light Cycle Run in Magic Kingdom just a few days ago, and now you can have it as the standby queue or as a Lightning Lane single pass experience, which is the paid one, right? So there's no more virtual queue for Tron. So we experienced that many times, and we'll talk about that in a second. So it gives a lot of choice and flexibility with the standby queue. When it first launched on Monday, it was like triple-digit wait times. So I don't know, 120, 180. Right, of course. And they're going to continue, though, for now, to offer virtual queues at Tiana's Bayou Adventure and Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Of course, for all the latest details, be sure to listen here and check the My Disney Experience app on how they're using the virtual queues to include attraction access and merchandise launches, grand openings, and more across Walt Disney World. Okay, so let's just piggyback off this for a minute. You went on Tron.
I went on Tron.
Finally went on Tron.
I did. I loved it.
Yeah. I mean, a very smooth ride, right?
It was very smooth. So I think it was Braden and I were in the front like that, the first cart there. And ideally, I thought it was going to be much quicker than
length.
Yes. Okay. But I didn't think it was like, oh my gosh, it's done. Or maybe because it was just like my first time. But it was very smooth. It was, I don't know, I wasn't scared. Like, it definitely got your adrenaline going. I would now say that's probably part of my top 3 attractions at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, you definitely have to get used to the positioning because it is like your...
Yeah, my legs. It's not like a natural, like, all right, let's just sit down.
Right.
I couldn't get, like, my, what's the part of my leg?
Your thigh?
No, the lower part. Not my quad. That's the high part. My calf. I felt like because it squishes you in, and between I think it was my calf or my thigh. I don't know. It wasn't comfortable. But you know what? It kept me safe, so that's all that matters.
Yeah. So if you haven't had the opportunity to experience Tron Light Cycle Run, definitely want to check that out, whether you use the Lightning Lane Single Pass or the Standby Queue. It has now launched officially at Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World. So,
do it.
Yeah. The other news that has come out, I want to talk about the water park stays, which has been a big to-do for 2025. So the benefit is that basically, if you are staying at a Disney Resort Collection hotel in 2025, you do get to enjoy water park admission on check-in day, which will be included with your stay at absolutely no additional cost. So a little added benefit for staying on property. And, you know, it really depends upon your flight.
Right. Absolutely.
You're not going to go there for 2 hours if you get in at like 3 o'clock. You know, because the water parks do close around 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Well, you can.
Well, you can, but, you know.
To really take in the parks themselves, you might want a little bit more time. But the fact that you have this opportunity when you first get there and it costs you nothing, it's amazing.
Yeah, definitely free. So, again, if you want to book a stay in 2025 at any of the Walt Disney World properties, that is an added value. Please reach out to your travel agent, and they will be more than happy to help you get that situated and going. All right. Next things up, the Disney Destiny Maiden Voyage and itineraries have been announced. And plus, there's a first look at a Pirates-inspired pub in addition to the Haunted Mansion one. So, basically, the Disney Destiny bookings start today, September 12th, and they are the details about this ship's maiden voyage and inaugural itineraries, so you can start to think about, this is a ship I want to try to check out. We know the Treasure launches in about 2.5 months from today as well, but the Destiny is in full steam ahead. So its maiden voyage will be leaving from Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale, Florida on November 20th, 2025. It is a special 4-night cruise, and it'll be the first opportunity to experience all the ship has to offer, but it will also include stops at both of Disney Cruise Line's island destinations in the Bahamas, Castaway Cay, and Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point. After the maiden voyage, they will be followed by an inaugural season of 4- and 5-night cruises to the Bahamas and the Western Caribbean. Every sailing will include a day of fun in the sun at either Castaway Cay or Disney's Lookout Cay, and some itineraries will even visit both, which usually costs more money. Right? There will be Nassau, Bahamas as well, especially if you're going to one of their islands there, and then it'll have Cozumel, Mexico on the Western Caribbean side. So all of those details, itineraries are online. You can book them. You can call us today. The general public is officially allowed to book the Disney Destiny today. So that being said, there is also now a first look at the Pirates of the Caribbean at Cask and Cannon, which is a new pub inspired by Disney parks attractions around the world, and that will be aboard the Disney Destiny. So now you can definitely take the tales of your high seas adventures in an eclectic yet cozy lounge furnished with treasures acquired, aka pillaged and pilfered, during the Pirates' many voyages around the globe. So that looks very exciting. We're going to talk about lounges in a minute. But Cask and Cannon is just going to be one of those brand new experiences aboard the Disney Destiny, which is their new heroes and villains inspired ship. I know Heather's going to say she doesn't like the villains part, but just remember the Disney Destiny will also debut Pride Land's Feast of the Lion King, which is a first of its kind dining experience celebrating the Lion King. Disney's Hercules, an all new Broadway style show retelling that popular Disney animation film. DeVille's, a piano lounge for Cruella DeVille. Edna a la Mode Sweets, which is the one-of-kind confectionery inspired by The Incredibles. The Sanctum will be Disney Cruise Line's first lounge inspired by the powerful sorcerers and mystical artifacts of Marvel's Doctor Strange. They'll have hero-worthy staterooms and suites with custom artwork, and definitely have tributes to Marvel superheroes like Black Panther, Spider-Man, Iron Man. And they will have, of course, the villain-packed storyline aboard the Aquamouse, a water attraction. So lots going on there. I like the Pirates kind of going along with the theme of, well, they just had Haunted Mansion, right, at Treasure. So
Right.
definitely trying to tie some of that theming into the different components of the ships. So, Heather, what say you? Okay.
No, was just looking at the photo, and no, I think that, like you said, they're being very deliberate in the creation and the theming of, obviously there are vessels here, and then making it a point to really, elaborate on, like you said, this was it for Treasure. It's the
Destiny.
No, the last one that you just said.
The Treasure.
The Treasure, and their theming with the Haunted Mansion,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then now taking this one. So, no, I just, again, like, I'm not surprised. All the surprises are going to keep coming. We're going to be wowed, just like we were when we went.
I like the 4 and 5 day itineraries. I think that's a good balance between what the Wish is doing with 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see. It's also going to be interesting to see how, it's not going out of Port Canaveral. It's going out of Fort Lauderdale. So
I noticed that.
that's something different as well. Again, trying to just expand their portfolio in Florida, and definitely going to be working. So stay tuned. There'll be a ton of more details as the Destiny gets into water and everything else. We have just over 14 months or so until the maiden voyage is officially upon us, I should say. So moving right along, 2025 Disney After Hours dates have been revealed. So Disney After Hours will be back at Walt Disney World Resort for 2025, offering those late night adventures for guests and the families. These are separately ticketed events limited to a select number of guests, which allows guests to enjoy Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and Epcot after they officially close for the day. Of course, they can start their nights as early as 7 p.m. and stay 3 hours after the parks close. So pretty much, parks typically close between 9:30, depending upon the park. So you would have a good 5.5 hours there. So, and there will be shorter wait times for attractions, and of course characters, and you get to have free snacks like ice cream, popcorn, and select drinks.
Free snacks.
Free. Free 99. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, you got to buy your ticket, but yes.
No, but I don't recall that before, or is it just not?
No, that's the way After Hours has always been.
Well,
as a separate
it's been a long
ticketed
time
event.
since we've done After Hours, so.
We've never done After Hours, believe it or not.
Well, that's why. Maybe I'm confusing the fact you stay on property.
Yeah, nope, not that.
Extended hours.
Correct. Extended hours.
Oh my
This
God.
is After Hours.
Friends, it's still early. I'm not even halfway done with my coffee. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning.
The events begin on January 6th at Magic Kingdom, January 22nd at Disney's Hollywood Studios, and February 27th at Epcot. So, again, event times at Magic Kingdom will be from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., and at Hollywood Studios, it'd be 9:30 to 12:30. And again, you can enter as early as 7, so you can get some really good time in there. So the big thing that you can do is they will have Andy's Backyard in Toy Story Land, at Hollywood Studios open. Of course, Star Wars Galaxy Edge, Rock and Roller Coaster, Twilight Zone Tower. All of those attractions and more will be open. Typically, it's about 2 dates per month, with the exception of 3 in June and 5 every weekend in July. And then they start to taper it back down, 3 in August and then September. So they do have a bunch of dates there, and that is at Hollywood Studios. Magic Kingdom, very similar. They have pretty much 4. They've only announced them through May, 4 for January and February, and then and March, and then 2 for April and 3 for May. And Epcot has 2 to 3 per month as well, with the exception of August, which will have 4. Mm-hmm. So ticket prices do range from $175 to $185 plus tax. For Magic Kingdom, $155 to $175 for Epcot, and $155 to $185 for Hollywood Studio. And tickets are on sale now, so if anybody is interested, of course, pick your night, pick your park, and talk to your agent, and we'll get you all set up.
Bang, bang, boom.
Yeah. So, again, if you want to experience, I mean, you look at that money, you're paying that for everybody, but maybe it's very similar with your Lightning Lane costs. It's like it's a separate ticket event, similar to Not So Scary Halloween Party and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Very similar in that regard, but not as packed. Supposedly, they limit it. All right, so we were able to kind of take a little peek at the We were at Polynesian and the Island Tower and the construction at Disney's Polynesian Villas and Bungalows. They've pretty much announced a ton of features, which we were kind of curious as to what was going to absorb all of the crowds of the new resort. But they do have a bunch of things, and we do have a soft opening date, supposedly. They're projected to open on December 17th. Of course, it's cash days only now. But they will have delicious dining at Wailulu Bar and Grill. Right? And Wailulu means calm water in Hawaiian, which is very fitting as this restaurant will boast breathtaking views of the Seven Seas Lagoon. So it'll be right overlooking the water. Reminds me a lot of Geyser Point in that regard, right? And there will be indoor and outdoor seating and a bar space overlooking Cinderella's castle at Magic Kingdom Park. It is a walk-up pool bar and has an all-day menu for lunch and dinner inspired by Polynesian Islands' local and indigenous ingredients. There'll be specialty coffee and on-the-go morning pastries as well for breakfast. So lots going on there with Wailulu Bar and Grill. There will be a dining room with a bunch of different things. They've kind of shared some of the artwork, but we don't have anything with the menu as of yet. There will also be the new pool and splash area, and it'll be called Moana's Voyage. So hopefully to alleviate some of those crowds. And, of course, Moana on her sailboat will be right center, and it'll be nice. It's a zero entry pool, so lots going on. It's the home. It'll also have the Cove pool as well. So 2 pools there, and then, of course, they're going to have the terrace garden views as well, which they have 4 tropical terrace gardens, and they'll have different artwork and uniquely themed seating areas to kind of relax after a long day in the park.
Interesting.
It did look a little out of place, the new Island Tower.
The new tower?
It's it's higher than all the other resorts.
Right. Well, I mean, here's the other thing, too. I love Poly, but I definitely feel like it's dated. And I don't know if it's just because it's the theming, it just reminds me of like a very 70s type feel. And, now that they're creating this whole new tower, they have to, I'd say keep with the times, like have it be more modern. So, I think that's one of the reasons why it looks, a little different. But I am excited for it because, because it is something new. And I don't know, we'll have to see. And the fact that they're incorporating Moana again, like they're doing all the things right. And then we'll just, have to see. What did it say? It was like a ETA when it was going to be open?
December 17th.
Oh, right. And they're already taking cash days. I remember
cash
when we
days
asked
already
that.
being booked. Yep.
When we were there. Yep.
So, all right. Heather's favorite new villain show coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios in summer of 2025. So deep in the shadows of Sunset Boulevard at Disney's Hollywood Studios, something delightfully wicked is about to take the stage. All new live production starring everyone's favorite Disney villains debuting in the summer of 2025. So the creative minds at Disney Live Entertainment will transform Sunset Showcase into the mysterious reflective realm of the Magic Mirror. The show will feature appearances by dozens of the most infamous evildoers, with fiendish foes Cruella de Vil, Captain Hook, and Maleficent each breaking through the glass to take the stage in live production numbers. So, of course, before these villainous fiends take the spotlight at Sunset Showcase, guests should speed on over for another lap around the track at Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy before October 7th.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder why they're announcing that. Is it going away? Like, why would you have to do it?
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. That's a great question.
Unless I'm missing something. But anyway,
it's kind of like randomly. Like
it is there randomly. That's fine. Listen, understood. So that is what I'm assuming is, because remember the McQueen show was like a stage area, so it must be going near Rock and Roller Coaster out there. So that must be Lightning McQueen's is officially sunsetting on October 7th. So Cars fans unite. It was all right. We did it once, right?
It was a nice time in order to like cool down.
Yeah, the kids like it, right?
Yeah, it was cute.
So let's definitely keep an eye out as they reveal more about this production and other experience that'll be coming to all the parks and cruise lines for summer 2025. So not a bad idea. Obviously, they were not seeing the traction numbers there, so let's see what they're going to do. And I'm assuming it's going to happen tons of time a day. I'm assuming,
right.
Like
Well, I think it would probably be the same type
similar,
of
right?
like layout every 15
All right,
minutes.
so definitely
or...
something to check out and see if you are traveling in summer 2025. Once we have a hard date, we'll definitely pass that on to you. So, all right, so in regards to this episode, I want to recap. Let's first start. We went to Walt Disney World parks. We stayed at Grand Floridian Riviera. Both resorts are phenomenal. I will say the quick service food at Riviera, I mean, it was fine at Grand Floridian, but I enjoyed it more, overall.
I think it was
Different, but...
It was different, but like borderline, I don't know, like, what do I want to say? Like the tier was higher, I guess you could say. Almost like cafe type food. Like, I don't know, like higher.
Sure.
It was good.
It was a good time. Let's talk about a couple restaurants, reviewed. We went to Olivia's Cafe at Old Key West Resort. Nice atmosphere, very laid back, I would say.
Yeah.
The food was, I'm trying to remember what I had. I think I had the fish. Some kind of fish. It was good. The food was fine. I just felt the portions were not enough compared to what I'm used to at Disney.
No, it definitely felt more scarce. We're like, oh, this is it. I think I had the salmon. I think our poor child Brayden got the salmon from
don't order the kid salmon.
The kid menu, and oh my god, I think it was just so small.
It was tiny.
I think I ended up giving him
He's
my
a beast.
food. But no, okay. So I will shout out their key lime pie was outstanding.
That's a staple. Yes,
that was really good.
Awesome. And again, it's a very laid back atmosphere. It was very nice. You get to see Old Key West Resort.
Yep.
It's not like I'm going to be rushing back there to get a dining reservation. If I'm staying on site, it's definitely worthwhile to check it out.
Yep.
So
agreed.
Another restaurant that we hit up specifically for dinner was the Grand Floridian Cafe. Now, this was the second time that we have eaten there in the last couple of years. I will say I was severely disappointed this stay at the Grand Floridian Cafe. Just the level of service was not up to par.
I agree.
The food was okay.
It was okay. Yeah, I think if I were to look at it, I'd say our quick serve over at Riviera was probably better than our meal at Grand Floridian Cafe.
Yeah. So again, of course, these are just our reviews in regards with the food. Again, portion size was not where I was like it was a plenty, so to speak. I'm trying to think. That's when we had the pasta.
I had the pasta. I think Jameson had steak.
Of course he did. Now his steak was not nearly as good as last time.
He had the onion soup. Sophia loved it because she had a gluten-free pizza. Fine. Again, the accommodations for those with food allergies, we will always say second to none. Like Sophia would tell you, she loved everything she ate because they accommodated whatever she wanted. But I just think what Andrew and I noticed this time around, but it wasn't everywhere. So that's the thing, is that the portion size was surprising. It was different. It was smaller.
And I get it. The cost of food has gone up.
Right. But it just like it was noticeably smaller.
Yeah. I mean,
whatever.
Not much else you could say about that.
No.
As I'm thinking back, was it you had the miso glazed salmon? Is that correct?
I think so.
Right, and then
no. I had a pasta dish.
Oh,
but
was it the pomodoro pasta with chicken or the one with shrimp?
I think I got it with shrimp, and I thought it was going to be like
a little spicy. I think I remember.
The shrimp was going to be like in the actual pasta dish, but they put like a skewer of shrimp on the side. So
I think that's where I ended up having the pork shank, and again, it was all right. I just wasn't overly thrilled with it, I guess is the way to say. So, okay, that was let's see, that's night 2, I think. Night 3. Is when we went to Polynesian.
Yeah.
Got to Ohana. always a staple, always great,
Full.
always full. It is an experience with the amount of food, and if you like that kind of like almost like not a pig roast. What am I thinking of? Like a luau theme, right? Like there's a lot of food and the music's there, so it's one of our kids' favorites. All the time they love to go to Polynesian. They just enjoy it very much. So, food, everything was on point that I can remember, from years past. Nothing has changed in, a crazy way. And it was good.
Nothing's changed. You get enough food. I'm just saying there's definitely not a scarcity of
that
food
is not
in there.
right.
Again, very accommodating. But what did they gave us chicken, and you said it was different. No? Compared to like usual menu or something, or like they did it in addition. I felt like there was something new, but besides the point,
something like
I think they gave us like chicken thighs.
There's wings. I mean, there's everything. The bread, the bread, the salad. Everything is good. The chicken wings, and then of course they have the beef, the shrimp, the grilled chicken, the noodles, the vegetables.
Oh, the noodles.
Yeah,
the noodles.
I mean everything. Don't eat that day if you're going to go to Ohana. To be honest with you. So, but just know that it's $40 per child and $62 per adult plus tax and gratuity. So and remember, adults are 10 and up.
Right.
So, family of 5, you're looking probably $300 plus,
Sure. Yeah.
Even if some of those are aged with kids with gratuity. So, but Ohana is always a staple and it's great. If you wanted something similar, it's not up to the bar, the same level, but Sebastian's Bistro does a very similar skillet kind of thing, and that's at Caribbean Beach, and we've done that as well. The food is not as good or the atmosphere, but it is it's decent. It's comparable in a cheaper manner.
Yeah.
So the next night, I'm trying to think, where did we eat?
We're on the boardwalk now. Is that it?
No, that was the last night. No. Oh, Chefs de France. That was where we ate.
Oh.
We ate Chefs de France in Epcot, and the food was good. The soup, the French onion soup, of course, was great, as it should be, right?
Mm-hmm.
But atmosphere is fine. That reservation, if you're looking, is always it seems like it's always available.
Right.
I don't know why that is.
Why. I'm going to tell you why. It's because they turn over so quick in there. And
Right.
here is one of the things that, we noticed this time around. And maybe because it was I think we were there on a Friday or Saturday. Maybe it was a Friday. It was a weekend, though. We felt rushed. Our server was super sweet, but definitely felt as if we were.
You couldn't enjoy your dinner.
Right.
I get it. You're in the park. They're probably like, oh, hey, you want to get moving to your next thing. No,
Sure.
I wanted to relax in the air condition. And actually, we had already done the park, and we came back to Chefs de France from Riviera for dinner. But, that is the I know Braden had the mac and cheese, right, which was good with the Gruyere cheese. Listen, the charcuterie we had, again, it was okay.
It was okay. It was. I got that for my meal, and I was not happy after.
Yeah, and then what did I have? Because we split some. But anyways, I would not say,
I'm going back there next time we go.
Yeah.
We'll give it some time.
Creme brulee was great as well. That was, good. I don't think you really can mess up.
Oh, I had a French martini, so I'll say that was good.
All right. But we had to try it out. It's been a while since we've been there. People were asking us. So that would not be one where I'd be, trying to, rush back to get there. And if you want a nice dinner, because you're going to get rushed out of there. So that is, what I would have to say for Chefs de France. And then the final dining reservation we had was at Trattoria al Forno. And I can't say enough about it. We've had breakfast there.
Yeah.
We have had
several dinners, at least.
a couple dinners there now,
Yeah.
right on the boardwalk. So the nice thing is you do not need a a park reservation, like a park ticket, in order to go there. I don't know what else you have to say about it.
No, it was. I feel like because that was our last night.
Yep, correct.
And I left saying, "Wow, this is the best meal we've had the entire time."
And cheaper.
And
Well, I don't want to say cheaper in comparison to
sure.
Polynesian. Yes,
Right,
Ohana.
right,
yes,
right.
but
And server was great.
yep.
I think I had some kind of pasta dish, and I want to say it had maybe shrimp or something. I don't know. It was the only thing I remember. I was like, "Oh no, I had clams." I don't know. It was phenomenal. I'd go back.
I had the lasagna because I love their lasagna.
Right.
So I can't, you can't go wrong
Yeah.
with that. The kids had a good meal. I think.
Yeah, everyone was happy. We were good. Drinks were great.
Yep. And here's the thing I will tell you, above and beyond, I didn't like the drink I ordered. And I was like, all right, I don't like it. And the server asked, and he goes, well, I won't charge you. I was like, I don't care if you charge me. But they took it off the bill, and he got me, I think I then had sangria, which was excellent.
Yeah.
So Trattoria El Forno on Disney's Boardwalk. It's right outside Boardwalk Resort. It's definitely one of my favorite restaurants there now. I will say that. Other than that, obviously, we've talked about ways you can kind of save money and so forth. We of course, we're not big breakfast eaters in the sense of going to a breakfast restaurant. We do have groceries delivered, so cereal and all those things and packs. We can get our day started early in the morning, then come back and enjoy the pool. The kids love the pools. Both resorts were phenomenal with the pools and the pool areas. The lunches themselves, I wouldn't say, I'm trying to think what we ate half the time. And a lot of that's just snacking through because we knew we were going to have a bigger dinner. Right. The one thing is we did go to Geyser Point at Wilderness Lodge. Still, no, phenomenal as always, with the outdoor area and seating. So if you are going to stay, at Wilderness Lodge or anything, it is such a nice spot. There's things for the kids to do. Like that is one of the spots where the kids can just, not non-pool related and actually enjoy themselves, whether it be ping pong and everything they have there, while you can have a nice beverage by the water or at the bar and enjoy yourself. So that was, of course, still the best burger on property, the bison burger, in my opinion. But other than that, that was the only place we kind of hit midday for lunch, I think. I don't think there was anywhere else we went, right?
No, I don't think so.
Finally, the parks overall, because I don't want to spend up too much time. The virtual queues, we had no problem getting both. Right, we did Tiana's at 1:00. We did Tron in the morning. We did Guardians. We had no issues whatsoever. The ride times were not terrible. We did not use single or multi-pass for anything.
Correct.
We rope dropped Seven Dwarf. It said it was 55 minutes. It was more like 30, right? 35.
So. Right.
So you can enjoy the experiences. Depending if you want to go on every single ride multiple times, you can enjoy the experiences without having to buy the multi-pass or single pass. Things. And we did have time to go back. We didn't spend all day in the park, so we went back to the pools and everything like that. We'll go to the parks later. Fireworks shows were great. We definitely went and saw the one at Magic Kingdom. Anything else you would like to chime in about?
I just think that you're right. You just need to have a plan. Or just have an idea, and that's where, your agent can come in and kind of give you a bit of all right, so
tips
if you do this and that and this,
it's ever changing, so.
Oh, right, of course. So now you don't have to, get up and do your virtual queue for Tron. So.
Right. Only Tiana's at Magic Kingdom.
We are here, agents, to help you make sure that this is the best time ever. So make sure you utilize that.
Absolutely. The other thing I did say is we went and we saw the revamped Country Bears Jamboree show.
Oh, too funny.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was definitely awesome. It's worth the 20 minutes or whatever.
Totally.
Definitely worth it. The other thing, the kids, they love the Mickey Mini show at Hollywood Studios. If you need to cool down, it's a quick 10-minute shows about summer vacation.
Oh gosh, so
and Potato Land, right?
Yeah,
they absolutely love it. You get popcorn, you enjoy yourself there. So definitely check in some of those not so popular kind of things, attractions, as you need to
hidden
move
gems
forward.
there.
Exactly. So, all right, let's wrap up. We will talk about our experience on the Disney Wish in our next episode very, very soon.
Right.
Extremely soon. Promise you that. All right, so let's wrap this up. Heather, where can they find us?
So make sure you're following us on our socials, Magical Destinations Travel Co. You can find all the info on our website, bookmdtravel.com. You can go ahead and hear us on YouTube.
Yep.
Magical Destinations Travel Company at Disney Vibes, and we're at Magical Desk Trav on X.
Yeah, X. Good old X. All right, so till next time, let the vacation vibes flow.
Find Disney Vibes for all your vacation needs on the web at bookmdtravel.com.